Also, it would be fair to say that going back a little bit, I mean, you guys really changed a lot of rules in England, and a lot of people were very sorry that you got caught up in the legal problems that you did, and it seemed to really delay a natural evolution that was going along. But since then, of course...
Sorry's was the heads of record companies and chairman and managing directors. Every record company, every head said it was a disgrace that we won. That bands shouldn't be winning these things. They were the ones that are the most sorry.
But you did win, so I mean, you set a certain precedent that, I mean, a band can, you know, come back and if they were tied to a difficult contract, that it's possible to be renegotiated or let go.
No, because you have to have a lot of money to go to court to fight it. Geffen Records put the money up. You can only buy justice, you know. Geffen Records put the money up for us to go and do it. So if a band have got a big company that'll put money up for them, they can get away from the contracts.
But I mean, obviously, it showed an awful lot of faith on the part of Geffen to want to do that. So that must have been kind of a good thing. I'm wondering through all of this, you know, how it was that you were able to keep together, the four of you. I mean, the temptation, I'm sure, at some points to throw up your hands and walk away must have been fairly great. No?
Well, we're all close friends. Sure we'd miss each other. Gotta keep going.
And there's been a lot of bands that
they
have
just said take your time, you know. 91, they said take your time whenever you want to do it. So we didn't start till 93.
Start recording until 93. When you went into the studio, at what stage of readiness were the songs at? Had you been sitting on these songs for a number of years? Were they newer songs?
Most of them in 1991, yeah.
So it must have been very difficult, I would think, to sort of wait all that time.
It's difficult when you live in a tower block and you got 10 kids and you got no job. It's difficult when you live on the street and you haven't got anything. It's not difficult if someone's paying you to make music and say take your time, do what you want, and you're living up.
What about John Leckie? He didn't
have the heart to do it, he says, so he went.
Any hard feelings about that?
No, not more.
No, you can tell someone if they're greatest, you can build someone up, you can build them up, but if they haven't got it, then you're...
He got too concerned with money. Lost a bit of soul.
But where would that come from? Money meaning like taking a percentage of the record, or...?
Yeah, he was arguing the toss about contracts all the time. And
he wanted insurance in case the record didn't sell, that he would make some money on it. When we first met him, he was on the dole and he just said, let's go and make a record, you know, we love your music, let's do it. This time he wanted money to make sure that if it didn't sell, he could. Do you know what I mean? He's like 40 odd and he wants a little nest egg, and bless him, you know, but he let us down.
It's too bad. But there were other projects. I mean, he finished a record with Radiohead, I believe, as one thing that he eventually did, so I don't know. Too bad. Do you think that you've been treated fairly on the whole by the British press?
Don't care. Honestly.
So then it was sort of happenstance that you didn't end up doing any interviews with them for this record?
No, we had a rumour that we were going to do the big issue. Thought it was a good idea, so we did it.
And there wasn't any sort of kind of statement in that, any kind of a political statement of going to...
Well, we didn't intend to wind the press up.
We got upset because we didn't talk to him.
That was the net result, though.
Some of them are like 40 odd grown men, you know.
But I think that it's important in a country like England, where radio is fairly restricted, to try to get the word out to Stone Roses fans that, you know, you have a new record or a new single.
The press, you know, they ignored us when we started up. We'd be playing at 3,000 in Manchester. They ignored us, and as soon as people started coming to see us, then they wanted to jump on it. So they think that they create something, but they don't, they just follow what people want to do, you know.
What do you think of Oasis?
They're our proteges, you know, we love them.
Sincerely?
Yeah, you know. Keep that boy off the powders and they'll go.
Are there any other bands from the current scene that are recording now that you would consider friends or contemporaries, or are you at a sort of a distance?
The only people I know is Liam and Happy Mondays. I don't know anyone else.
We met Beck the other day, he's nice.
And what's the status of Happy Mondays? I mean, is there any talk of perhaps getting
Yeah,
back
they're called
together?
Black Grape now. Sean's doing Black Grape.
Just Sean and Bez.
Bez on keyboards, Kid from Rufus Rap Assassins, and they've got a drummer, a guitarist, hard funk sort of game.
Excellent. So what's next for you guys? I mean, are you just going to put your entire weight behind touring for the next little while, or are you already looking at perhaps putting out, did you maybe accumulate enough material that you can put out another record straight away, or what's the goal, what's the plan?
We're going to tour all year, right on the road, and get in the studio whenever the opportunity arises.
Do a live LP this year.
That's interesting. That'd be great. Just to get back to your artwork for a minute, have you ever had any kind of a showing in a gallery? Would that be something that you might like to sort of grow into or experiment with more?
No, not really. That was auctioned, the new album cover, recently. That's as close as I've got to showing anything.
And it's not a particular ambition?
No.
Any other questions from the audience?
Do you think we should?
No.
I see some hands.
No advancement, no.
Yeah?
Nose?
Yeah, no.
What about bigger English festivals, Glastonbury?
Yeah,
perhaps?
Glastonbury, yeah.
You're confirmed for that?
Yeah, Saturday night, yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Really great. Anybody else?
When you do tour, is it just going to be the four of you? You're not Cressa this time.
If we can find him, yeah.
Would you consider taking any offers to go out with another group, albeit on a co-headline bill, but is there any group that you might be interested
I'd
in?
like to take the What's Profits. 3 old guys are like 55 and they put the first rap tune out in 69. I think that a lot of people will be off their heads, you know, on the shows. So, yeah, no, they've done it before the Last Poets. 2 years before the Last Poets. Bring them on, everyone's wrecked.
Anyone else?
It was kind of mentioned in the big issue that if you were going to do concerts, you were going to announce it the night of. Are you going to go ahead and do things
In
like
England,
that?
yeah.
Just in England, like?
Yeah.
So you're for sure?
You're not playing tonight?
We should be in it. No one wants to see us sitting here talking, drinking and eating chips and that. Everyone wants to see us playing it, you know.
Yeah.
Is that it? Anyone?
She has a question.
Hi, I just want to say that I'm really glad that the album's out. I really like it. And on a lot of the songs, there's a lot of acoustic guitars. Were you guys in a lighter mood, or is there any reason behind a lot of acoustic, or are you going to bring that on tour?
No, I don't think we'll tour that kind of sound, no.
Sorry?
I don't think we'll take it on tour. I like to play loud.
Adds a lot to the album, I really like.
Pardon?
It adds a lot to the songs on that,
Right.
particular songs.
Does that mean you're not going to do Unplugged then?
All right, well, if that's it. Thanks.